Hi friends, there was a question asking that how we'll get the numeric part from a combo box. So we took an example of a month and the number. So in this there are two labels are there, month is there and month number. Both we have to display on selection of the option from the this drop down or the combo box. Now you can see here we have the list of months here. So suppose I am taking March, then it is displaying my text part or what. Usually the text is what the user select and the number is also parallelly collected. So both anyone you can use it. So it's a better example of giving the month and the month numbers, so that you can easily follow. So this will see how we can develop this using where a numeric data also or a combination of both can be taken out. This is a blank window. So we'll start from here. We are starting from a very basic because the question is asked by a beginner. So I'll be explaining all the points here. I'm just declaring a dictionary here first. So dictionary, as you know, this have a key and a value. Both things will be there. So the key and value is separated like this. So I'm giving Jan. Now 2 is here. Feb is the string part, and 1 2 whatever I am giving is the key part, and the key not necessarily they will be numeric. You can use ABCD also. If you are using ABCD, then you have to use string, say like this you have to use. So I am removing that, and because the question was how to take the numeric part out, so I am using 1 2 3 as the key. So let's see, third is the hour, let's use for the March, and 5 is 1 2 3 4 4 is our April month. Okay, one more will go, rest I will leave it to you. You can extend it up to 12 months. So I will just leave May. Okay, so if you want you can go further. Now what happens, this is a dictionary. So dictionary has two parts, key and the value. What you will do, but in our combo box we always use a list, or you can see the value parts are only considered. So from this list, from this dictionary we'll create the list. So what I will say the months equal to what I am doing, list. Now my dict is the dictionary, then values. What are the values for is? Now see this line, this will pick up all the values from it. Say Jan, Feb, March, April, May, like that 5 values it will take it up. And I am giving a list constructor. So the list is prepared here. So now the months is what is the list is. Now actually all other examples on the page, if you see that, we have started from the line number 7 itself by declaring months equal months as a list, Jan, Feb, March, April, like that. We have just moved one step back, created dictionary, and from the dictionary we are coming to the list. So there is nothing great change in this. So both the things are there. Okay, fine. So up to this is hope it is clear. Now let's go for combo box. So before that, as usual, we always do that. Slightly I will increase the font. So font 1, it's a tuple. So times, you go for anything, whatever family you want, font family, 18, and normal. This is the style part, normal, bold, italic, anything you can do. This times I have written, you can go for Vardhana, Arial, anything you want. This is the font family, this is the font size, this is the font style, normal, bold, italic, anything you can do. We'll be using this, make it a bigger one in our window so it looks nice. Nothing to on the core script part of it, it doesn't contribute anything. Now one more thing is a selection. What the selection will be, I will do that, it's a string variable. Why I am using a string variable is because whenever the user change its selection, this string variable has a method called trace. That trace method will trigger a function. That is the purpose of this string variable. So I am just writing it here, string variable for the combo box. I am little explaining in a very basic way so everybody can understand, and if you know all these stuffs you can move fast. So now I am going for a combo box here, CB1. I am giving this name, you can give any name. Note that combo box is a part of TTK library, not TK library. So TTK tk dot combo box. Okay, so don't use tk, then you will get the error message. Okay, now what is my w? My w at line number 3 I have declared it. It's my parent window. Many of the examples you will find root is as the word. Okay, it's my way of, you can write your own also, my underscore w. Whatever you declared at line number 3 as parent window, that you should use. Now values. Note this values, whatever I am using. Values is equal to months. Where from this months have come? It is here. See, in the earlier examples, directly we have taken months equal to a list. We have taken a list like this, Jan, then Feb, like this, continue. And you can do that. So instead of that, because we need the numeric part, so we have used a line number 6, a dictionary, taken out the months. So this line I am commenting. If you see our previous script, all we have started from here, declaring that one. And note that this values we have connected to the list here. So values are taken from here. Okay, now slightly I am giving, sorry, it should be within, it's option width equal to, not bigger, big width is required, 7. Now what is the text variable? Because I am connecting a text variable SCL, selection, to this. Let me just move a bit. Okay, so this selection is what the string variable declared at line number 10. So that we are using, and as usual, as our font is slightly bigger, so font 1. So my combo box is ready. Let me place it on the grid. So cb1.grid, my row equal to 1, it should be top line. So column equal to 1, let it be at the left, and I will give some pad x because I don't want it to flush with the left edge. So the gap between the edge, left edge, pad x, so I am giving it 10, and need not be from the top also. Pad y equal to, let me give 20. Find whatever value you want, it's based on your, it's layout of the window only, where the component should be. Now we have cb1. Now combo box is displayed. Okay, we'll go slightly, we'll put that labels also, then we'll see how this looks. So I am giving L1. L1 is my label where I will be using. Here I am using TK, not TTK, because label is a part of the TK. So label. Now again my parent window. Now text. I am writing here month. Month name I will say. Okay, you can month name to make it distinguished from the second one what you will be using. That's all. So here also we have used font 1. We'll put a slightly bigger font. Font 1 will say. Now let me come back to and place it on our grid. So row equal to 1. This column should be, tell me what it should be 2, because 1 is my combo box. So column 2. If I want slightly pad x, means from the combo box I am giving some gap here. Let me give 5. Fine. So y I need not mention because already here pad y is 20 is there, so it will also maintain the same row. Now one more definitely we have to go, because we told as we had discussed, we want to display both month name and month number. So L2 will come here. Another label I am using L2. This is month number. I am giving okay. So row 1 column, this should be right of it. So column 3. I am maintaining some gap also. Now that's all. Our design is over. We have placed all the 3 components. Let me just run this and see how this looks. Yeah, yes. So here is my combo box. This is here I will display the one, here the month number. Let's see whether, yeah, February, March, April, May, January, February, okay, all months are. Now nothing will happen because we have not done anything. Now the most important part is how we will trigger the event, or whenever the user change its selection or select any of the option. You see the line number 10 we have declared a string variable. This string variable will have a trace method that we are going to use it. So for that we'll write trace. Now what this trace will do? What is this meaning of this W? This W means whenever this particular variable is changed, or it is changed, data is replaced, then this will be. Similarly, when it is R, is means when it is read, and another option is when it is destroyed. Those are not required right now. We can see here RWU for read, write, or undefined, or when you set it to none, then this will come up, U will be used. So we are using W, means it is the write mode. So whenever the data changes, now what we will do, we'll call this function my update. I have so far not written it, I will be writing it. So every time the value of cell is changed, then that will trigger this function. And what is this cell value, how it will change? Because here you can see we have collected to text variable cell, here it is. So this, anytime the combo box option is changed by the user or selected, then this will trigger it. So let me just write the function here. I will say defining a function. Now I am telling my update. Now all the arguments I will take it. So I will arguments here. Now this is the function. Here the code I will write. First, what I will write? L1. L1 is our label 1. Whatever the label, first label, the where I am supposed to display the month name only. So L1.config. Any of the option I can change or update by using config method. It is applicable not for the label, it is applicable to any wizard on the Tkinter. So I am configuring. Which one I will config? I will config the text. Text option of a label is what the text is displayed. So I am configuring that text option to what? I am telling it cell. Cell is my string variable. It has a get method where it reads the value, and it passes the value. Any string variable, whatever data is written in that, I can get it by using cell.get or the string variable get method. So I am collecting it, assigning it as a text, and displaying it as a L1 config. Sorry, in the L1 label. Now up to this part is okay. Now we can run this and also see. So now at least first label will display it. So let's see that. Now month name March. You can see here March has come up. Now this part, second part is the number. What is the numeric part of how you will extract, that part will take care now. We'll see that how to do that. For that we have to configure L2. L2 is the second label, but here is a difference, because from the dictionary using the value will extract the key. Is a reverse way. Usually most of the time you will, by just giving a key we can get the value. From value we are going to get the key, because the key is the number part. You can just see here line number 6, you see the keys are 1 2 3 4 5 like that. So if I'll give from March, I should get 3. So for that purpose what I will do, I will run a loop for ij. These are variables in my dictionary items. Okay, so these are what these items will return us. I am storing it as it is like key and value both. So from items, if j is the value part, j equal to, now here I am comparing with set.get. So if that is there, then pick up that I or pick up that key. So for that I am giving it here again one more L2 dot config text equal to I. Hope you got this point. Sorry, here I had to give 2 because it's a comparison operator. Okay, so hope you got this point clear. So what's up to this lines, these 3 lines? This is a part of the, because it's a dictionary, my dict I have taken. Items will give me the key value. So I will hold the key and j will hold the value in the loop. Now I'm against each one, I am comparing j is the value, and set get is what the, here you can, sorry, here I had to write cell get selection get is the one which the option has, suppose the March, April, May, whatever the month you are selected, that will hold here. That the same fashion we have displayed it in the L1 tag also. Sorry, L1 label we have displayed it. The same one I am just comparing. If this matches, then pick up the I value, pick up the key. Key is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is. So this loops through and pick up is nothing. This particular 3 lines, it does one thing only. Suppose I have selected March, then it loop through wherever March is matched, then pick up that key. So that's what it does. And it again we have used the config to text option of the drop down to change the value or reflect the value of I or the numeric part of it. So let's just run this and see. Yeah, here it is. So if I am selecting say May, I am getting May and the whatever the associated. This is actually the key part of it. This is the value part of it. So this key I am displaying. If I'll change it again, fine. So this is how I can extract the numeric part of the options whatever I am using. By I have to go use a dictionary here. If it is not required, a list is enough. Fine, that's all. Thank you friends, and please do subscribe, and if you have any questions or doubt, please post it in the comment section below, and I request you to subscribe and press the bell icon so you will be notified as and when we post the different videos. So thank you once again, and I request you please subscribe to our channel.